As most people know, the moon's gravitational pull tugs on the world's oceans, creating high tides that follow the moon, and low tides on the opposite side of the Earth. And these tidal pulls are higher during supermoons, full moons, and new moons, or any time the Earth, moon, and the sun are lined up in what's called syzygy. And rising sea levels are already making flooding more common, with cities like Miami experiencing regular high tide or nuisance floods. But that isn't all. NASA's worked out that the wobble of the moon, as it oscillates through various points in its orbit around the Earth, is playing an even larger role in our tides than we previously thought, with the predictive modeling indicating high tide flooding is going to start getting even worse around the mid-2030s. That's just 15 years from now. According to NASA scientists, predicted high tide flooding will transition from being primarily a local or regional issue to a national one, affecting a majority of coastlines within 2 decades. And the more we're learning about these lunar nodal precessions, the worse things are looking for the future. We now understand that during part of the 18.6-year wobble, tidal extremes are suppressed, resulting in lower high tides and higher low tides, while other parts of the cycle see even greater extremes between high and low tides than normal. And guess what? We've entered a period where the orientation of the moon's wobble is enhancing tidal extremes. And since it's an accumulative effect, as the ocean levels rise and the extreme of tides increase, coastal areas are going to be hammered more often by more violent surges of water. And since oceans don't respect borders, it won't matter where you are. If it's coastal, you've got 10 to 15 years to sell or end up being stuck with property that you can't. Because when it floods 10 or 15 times a month, businesses can't keep operating if their parking lots are underwater. People can't keep jobs when those businesses close down. And you can't sell swamp if the cesspool your neighborhood has become is a public health issue. So by the end of the 2020s, you'll either have moved to higher ground or you're going to need a bigger boat. On this day in 1781, 44 Spanish settlers founded the village of Our Lady, the Queen of Angels, in what is now California, or as they called it then, El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora, la Reina de Los Angeles. And to think, I always thought Los Angeles meant Lost Angels. It's also Wildlife Day, Macadamia Nut Day, Turkey Vulture Day, Beard Day, and Newspaper Carrier Day. And that's today's Duza Bear Digest. See you tomorrow.